Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, let's solve sliding window maximum, Leetcode 239. In this problem, we are given an array of integers. Imagine there is a sliding window of fixed size k moving from the very left of the array to the very right, one position at a time. We can only see a specific window of numbers. Our job, every time the window moves, we need to quickly shout out the single largest number currently visible inside it. Let's quickly look at the example with the following input array and a window size k of 3. When we drop the window, in the first block, 3 is the maximum and we add it to our answer. Now, we slide the window one step to the right. -3 enters the frame, 3 is still the maximum. Next window, 5 is the maximum and so on until we hit the end of the array. In the last window, 7 is the maximum, which we append and return the final array. Now, in terms of solution, the most obvious approach is to do exactly what the problem describes. We use an outer loop to shift the window and an inner loop to blindly scan every number inside the window of size k. And this works, but the time complexity is O of n times k, where n is number of elements in the array and k is window size, because there are exactly n minus k plus 1 windows, and for each window, we scan k elements to find the maximum. So how should we optimize it? The brute force method, as you might have noticed, is highly repetitive. When the window shifts by just one position, k minus 1 elements stay exactly the same, and the naive approach has an amnesia of some sort. It forgets everything it saw in the previous step and rescans those same overlapping elements all over again. So how about, instead of rescanning, we keep a short list of candidates, which are elements that could still be maximum of the current or any future window. And which data structure can help us here? Enter the monotonic Deque. Think of a Deque, short for double-ended queue, as a special line where you can add or kick people out from both the front and the back. The monotonic part just means the values always flow in one direction, increasing or decreasing. For this problem, we need the decreasing variant. Also, we store indices such that the value at these indices will be strictly in the decreasing order, because this way we can always look up the actual number in the array anyway. But more importantly, storing the index lets us easily check if the element has slid out of the window just by looking at the difference between the current step and the index at the front of our line. Now let's do the dry run and see the intuition click. At the start, the Deque is empty. We look at the first number, 1, and add its index to the Deque. Next, we see 3. 3 is greater than 1. Since 1 is smaller and older, it can never be a future maximum. We pop it from the back and add the index of 3. Next, -1 enters. It is less than 3, so we keep 3's index and just add the new index to the back. We now have our first full window, and the front of the Deque gives us the first maximum, which is 3. Then -3 arrives. It is less than -1, so we add it to the back, and the front still gives us our maximum 3. The Deque now holds all 3 elements of the current window. Nothing was popped when -1 or -3 came in. Both were smaller than what was already there, so we just appended them. But why do we keep them at all? Because they are newer. Right now, 3 is the maximum, but it will slide out of the window on the next step, and the moment it does, -1 becomes the next candidate. If -1 also slides out, -3 gets its turn. The Deque is essentially saying, I am not the maximum right now, but do not count me out. My time might come. Now watch the contrast on the next step. As 5 enters the frame, two things happen. First, we check our bounds. The old maximum, 3, has slid outside the new window, so we pop it from the front. Second, we maintain the order from the back. 5 is an absolute bulldozer. It is bigger than both -3 and -1. Because 5 is newer and larger, those older smaller numbers are guaranteed to never matter again. We pop them all out in one sweep and 5 takes the throne. As we continue, 3 comes in. It is smaller than 5, so it waits in line. Then 6 arrives. It bulldozes 3 and 5 to take over. Finally, 7 comes in and it bulldozes the 6, finishing our dry run. Now, if you already have the intuition down, feel free to skip ahead to the code. But if you want a quick recap, here it is in the plain English. Every time a new number comes in, we do 3 things. First, clean the front. If the front index has expired and fallen out of the window, kick it out. Second, we crush from the back. We kick out anything smaller than the incoming number because they can never win. And finally, we record the maximum. This one is the easiest. The front of the line is always our current window's maximum. Now the time complexity of this approach is O of n because each index is pushed exactly once and popped at most once, giving us an amortized O of 1 per element. Space complexity is O of k because the Deque holds at most k indices at any given time. Now let's go through the code with Java on the left and Python on the right. We start by initializing the answer array. In Java, we pre-allocate the array with size n minus k plus 1 since we know exactly how many windows there are. In Python, we just use a dynamic list and append as we go. Then we set up our Deque to store indices, not values. Next, we loop through every index I. The first thing we do is check the front of the Deque. If that index has fallen outside the current window, meaning index is less than or equal to I minus k, we pop it off. This keeps the Deque honest about what's actually inside the window. Next, we maintain the monotonic property from the back. While the element at the back of the Deque points to a value smaller than the current number, we pop it out. That element is smaller and older, so it can never be the window maximum. Then we push the current index I to the back of the Deque. Finally, once the window is fully formed, that is, once I is greater than or equal to k minus 1, the front of the Deque is always the index of the largest value in the current window. We read the number at that index and store it in our answer. And once the loop finishes, we return this answer array. So that's all for this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Your support helps me create more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.